Yeah. Cool. So, hi guys, this is Chris from DoraHacks. Welcome to another Solana Summer Camp Hackathon project demo sessions on DoraHacks. Before we start, please allow me to briefly introduce the background. Since 2021, DoraHacks has been started to support the Solana and Solana Labs hackathon. We have been supported starting from the first season Solana hackathon, and then Ignition, and then Riptide, and right now Summer Camp, which is the fourth time that we support Solana. For this time, there are 6 tracks, which are mobile payment, DeFi, Web3 gaming, and DAOs. So like if you are developers in any of those areas, please feel free. And if you have any ideas that want to be built on top of the Solana, please join us at this time. For this time, except for Hackathon, so DoraHacks will provide an extra exclusive grant round by using Solana native version of quadratic funding. So some of the best projects in participating into the hackathon will have a chance to participate into this grant round and win some extra prizes. In the past, we have some great projects emerged, like Solon and Steppen. They all came to DoraHacks Solana hackathon at the beginning, and we are really looking forward to see the new projects that coming for this time. And today we are very happy to have 3 projects with us. They are Keysafe Protocol, Deep Block to Learn, and NftTop.Best. So without further ado, let's welcome the first project to start, which is the Keysafe Protocol. For all the audience, if you have any questions during the session, please feel free to ask in our YouTube or Binance Live chat room. Yeah, so Keysafe team, feel free to start when you're ready. Yeah, so you guys are muted, so we cannot hear you right now.
Oh, sorry for that. Thank you, Grace. Oh, yeah. I'm here today to introduce Keysafe Protocol, which we are aiming to build the missing layer between Web3 and Web2. The problem with current Web3 is that there are many missing layers, and one of the most important missing layer is of between the account system of Web2 and the address system of Web3. Web3 dApps cannot access users' Web2 profile and social graphs in a decentralized, verifiable, and private way. And for Web2 users, they are not able to manage their Web3 accounts in a user-friendly way. So this is a key problem for a lot of aspects for Web3, because the account system, the problem with account system, further increased the entry barrier for users to use Web3 dApps, and the Web2 profile and social data problem stop Web3 social platforms to grow, because Web3 social heavily relies on data, the users' past content that are posted on their Web2 social platforms, and without a way to migrating their past content from Web2 or Web3, Web3 social can be very difficult to bootstrap. And yes, what's behind these two problems? It is because a consistency in Web2 and Web3 are natively separate, technically unconnected, and even inherently in conflict with their values. Web2 are based on authentication and centralized database, and Web3 are based on private keys and public addresses and blockchains. And what we are building right now is that we are building the missing layer between Web2 and Web3 that connects Web2 and Web3 accounts in a decentralized and trustworthy ways. About Keysafe, we can separate the service that we provide into 2 parts. The first part is that users can explore what dApps with Web2 authentication instead of carrying keys or memorizing secrets. This is basically further reduce users' cost to enter Web3. And another service is that Web3 dApps will be able to access users' Web2 profiles and social graphs in a decentralized and trustless ways. This is basically what we call it decentralized social oracle. It enables Web3 dApps. It enables users to bring their Web2 social data on chain to use it in Web3 social. Yeah. So just like what I mentioned, basically we have two components, two core modules. The first module is DOs. Decentralizes the conventional OAuth process inside trusted execution environment, building connections between Web2 and Web3 accounts in a trustless, secure, and private manner. And the second module is the unique profile module, which aggregates users' data from all accounts with total ownership and privacy assured. Time to let users take control of their profiles and get incentivized by exposing themselves to dApps. So for the unique profile, it is more like building a Web3 social graph with Web2 data, but in a decentralized and trustless way. So users will be able to first, they will be able to use their Web2 accounts to manage their Web3 private keys to access Web3 dApps. And on the other hand, Web3 dApps can also curate users' Web2 data using our decentralized social oracle via the unique profile. Yes, and here is a brief architecture of our protocol. So the interface layer is Keysafe SDK, unique profile, and Web3 portal, which is more like a front end that we are going to build to enable users to manage their private keys, to manage their social data. And the second layer is a kernel layer, which includes the Web3 accounts processors. So basically, this layer will generate will do the MPC key generation, BLS key distribution, and threshold signature to ensure the security of users' Web3 activities. And DOS adapters, Google adapter, Twitter adapter, which allows users to connect their account system in Web2 to Web3. Like they can use their Twitter account, their GitHub account, their Google account, multiple accounts to connect to their Web3 address, and they can use a combination of these accounts to recover and to manage their private keys. And there is also a network layer. This network layer, the first one is a smart contract layer. The smart contract layer can be composed by Ink, Solidity, Rust. For Solana, we are using Rust right now, and actually below the smart contract layer are the network of TE nodes. This is also actually the trusted execution layer. So inside the TE nodes are where the user's private keys are actually stored and managed. Yeah, also maybe I can mention a little bit about why we are using trusted execution environment. Because trusted execution environment enables the privacy of the network. What the architecture, I think it's not in these slides, but I can mention it a little bit. So architecture of the network is that among the decentralized nodes here, we actually have a distributed network of a lot of these TE nodes, and the private keys will be split into pieces and be stored in each of the TE nodes with data redundancy. And when users want to use their private keys or they want to recover their private keys, the actual mechanism is that some of the nodes will use the multi-party computation to generate a key for the users to use to sign the signature. So in this way, we are able to to increase the security of the network, because the private keys are not stored directly in the trusted execution environment nodes. Instead, they're split into pieces. For the hackers, if they can compromise one of the TE nodes, they cannot get the whole of the key, but they can only get one piece. And besides that, a TE node itself is we can say almost unbreakable. So it's almost impossible for the TE operator to access the content stored in the trusted execution environment. And another part of the of our system is the decentralized OAuth. Yeah, well, actually we talked about it a little bit in this graph. So users can log in and authenticate their Web2 using their Web2 account, and they can authorize with access code to the TE nodes. And the TE nodes will send authenticated proofs to Web3 dApps, so to generate the signature. And yes, here is the technology that we are using. Smart contracts, the on-chain smart contracts enforce the activity of the node network, which ensures the transparency of the network, and for the trusted execution environment, guarantees secrets and code to be protected with respect to confidentiality and integrity from a hardware level. And secret sharing and MPC, private keys and authentication data are split, encrypted, and distributed into the network to ensure extra safety and robustness for users. Potential attackers need support from more than two out of three of the network nodes. And yes, for our products, the production stage one is that we are going to build a decentralized social oracle, which enable dApps to access users' Web2 profiles and social graphs in a trustless ways. So users will be able to build verifiable profile on chain, and they can also configure their own privacy level with a combination of different Web2 accounts, and they will also be able to use their aggregated social graph with their Web2 data. And I think that's most of the content about Keysafe, the structure of Keysafe network. Maybe I can do a quick demo right now. So what I have here is the front end of Keysafe Protocol. I already created accounts using my email, and right now I have two private keys, two public addresses stored here on the network. And what I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to recover my keys using multiple authentication, a combination of multiple authentication methods. Let's take this one as an example. If I'm going to recover it, what I'm going to do is that first I'm going to select the address that I'm going to recover. I can choose like, right now we support Ethereum, Boba, Astar, and Solana. And let me select this one. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to I'm going to fulfill the conditions for me to recover the keys. I need to fulfill two out of the three conditions because that's what I set up for the account. The first one seems to be email authentication. So what I do is that it will send verification code to my email, and let me quickly check it over here. 1933. And the second one, passphrase. I still remember my passphrase. It seems I forgot my password. Yeah, it seems I forgot my password. What we can do is that we can quickly register a new key. And for the demo purpose, let me choose one of them. Verify email first. Sorry, I forgot my password here, but ideally, theoretically, what I can do is that I can use the Google Authenticator to recover my key as well. I only need 2 out of the 3 conditions to recover my key, but since today we are in a tight schedule, I did not set up my Google Authenticator yet. But what I can maybe I can briefly describe what will happen later. So after I input 2 out of the 3 conditions, and when I click the submit button, my private key will recover with the 2 out of 3 conditions fulfilled. Yeah. And I think maybe I can share a video about the demo later on YouTube with a YouTube link so that everyone can learn how the network works. Also, please feel free to visit demo.keysafe.network if you want to play around with the product yourself. Yeah, thank you.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, John, for the presentation. I have a few questions for you. So the first is that what do you think right now the most challenging things for teams like you are facing right now, especially like in the KYC space?
To be more specific, actually, what we are working on is not the KYC, but more like decentralized social oracle. So the problem that we are solving right now is because for the Web3 social dApps, they are not able to access users' data in the Web2 social platforms in a trustworthy and verifiable way. And social platforms, they heavily relies on contents. And it's kind of impossible for users to generate so much content in a short period of time. And without content or data, it's difficult for Web3 social platforms to bootstrap. That's the first problem that we are solving. We are bringing those Web2 social connections, content, everything on Web2 social platforms to Web3 social. And the second problem that we see right now is about key management. For Web2 users, it is difficult for them to manage their own private keys in the Web3 world because private keys, it's easy to, you have multiple options. You can maybe like take a note of your private keys in a notebook, but if your notebook, there is like a single point of failure because if you lost your notebook or if something happened to your house, you will lost your private key forever. And if you record it like on your computer or on any other devices which is connected to the network, there is a risk for your key to be compromised. So what we are providing is actually a secure and decentralized and method without single point of failure to manage and to keep your private keys. That's why we originally called Keysafe Network. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, makes sense. And for the second questions is that, like, do you guys have any revenue models right now for the protocol?
Sorry, are you talking about adding models or?
Revenue model.
Yeah, revenue model. Yeah, right now we're still thinking about this part. So basically, right now in our mind, we have two plans. The first plan is to do it in a fully decentralized way. So so in this way, we need to issue tokens for the network to incentivize all the nodes, kind of similar to a lot of like network with decentralized nodes are doing, like Poké Network. They are basically infrastructure provider providing decentralized RPC endpoint. And what they are doing is that they are using their Poké tokens to incentivize all the network nodes. And for Keysafe network, it is kind of similar because we have all these trusted execution environment nodes. So what we need to do is that we need to incentivize all these nodes. And one of the solutions is that to issue Keysafe tokens and for all the TE nodes, so that TE nodes can store the private keys and mine the Keysafe tokens. And for the users, if they want to use the service, they need to pay fees. And these fees will goes to the network as well, goes to the protocol as well as goes to the miners, to the people who run Keysafe nodes. This is definitely one solution that we are considering right now. And another solution that we are considering right now is easier to bootstrap because another solution is that we do not issue tokens, at least in the initial phase. And what we do is that we run it as a centralized, more centralized service. So basically what we will have is that we will have a network of semi-decentralized nodes. So most of the nodes will be run by our core team as well as some of our supporters. And so the network will be semi-decentralized. And in this way, what we need to do is that we still charge fees, or maybe we cannot, so we don't need to charge fees. But we don't have to issue tokens at the beginning. Yeah, that's two ways that we are considering right now.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, I have no more questions for you guys. Thank you guys very much for the presentation and the time. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can move to the next project today, which is the D block to earn. So Bruce, feel free to start.
Okay, so I can start share my screen.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. Hey guys, today I want to share my project, Web3 social platform. That at the beginning, I just want to build a like linking tree in Web3, but later on we added more and more features in our system. That the final result comes out that it's a top platform that for creators can blogging or painting or musician or create music to earn. The end logic is payment is by the blockchain, like paid by ETH or SBC, whatever. In the future, we are trying to build that. Let me show the core logic of the payments, the creator system by encrypting content on the open web on RPFS. So in our system, they have two kind of users. One is creator, another one is the audience. But while anyone is a creator can also be an audience to our projects too. And the creator can first then he can create a club in our platform. Then after he create a club, he can create multiple items in this club. And the item here is encrypted before uploading to the IPFS because anyone get IPFS CID can get a content. And now we have the logic to encrypt it before upload to the content to the IPFS. And the audience can can join or follow a club by mean any number of the club identities. Because in our platform we create a ERC 1155 IMT contract for that. So every creator create a new club, he create a new token in our ERC 1155 contact. So and any audience want to follow or join the club can just mean like at least one member of the club. So later on he can check if he own any token of this contact. If he own, that means he follow or join this club. And for every contact the club owner or the creator created, it will be set up a condition like some any use audience required to at least like one token of the MT or 10 token. It depends on the creator's choice. So the logic is that audience can has any club MT. Yeah, if it's yes, then he follow the club. If no, he can mean MT in our UI to access this club. So and then he maybe wants to access any encrypted content, then he can. If yes, I say okay, our system will decrypt the secret item automatically. If no, he can just mean empty again and then go back here. And for this platform, we can be the use case may be like DAO member can as and DAO member only access content because the DAO member has to mean the empty before he can be a DAO member. Or the broker they can use for write to end because the content is encrypted before the content upload to RPFS. Also, we also think about that we can use it as a Web3 version of one password. That is a club that has many public passwords. Because in the Web2 world, we don't want to register many websites. We just maybe use one time, but we can use this logic to replace the Web2 version of the one password by use the Web3 version of our choice. And maybe like musician can share their music, and movie makers or other kind of mediums in the world. So this is the main logic of this, and we can now I will show the full UI we can see. Okay, in the beginning, that for single or individual users, they have like a home page for he or she to demonstrate what kind of MT he owns, and also we have the linking tree link here. Like we have like you can insert the Web2 words link like your Twitter link or your personal website link. You can see here in the web corner. And on this page, his user or audience also can mean MT mean vote up something for him. Click the vote up. You can click on this button to like donate any kind of ETH or whatever, so can support this creator. Okay, we just join it. And you can see on here we can show how many followers or how many users he is for. Also, we have the chart button that can link to our chart system that built based on the SMTP to create a chart application. You can see here we have a token gating feature here that we can filter out any users only meets the condition can chat with him. You can calculate this. It will be query on the blockchain in the lead protocol chain, and then it will be returned on the internet of it. And you will be calculating the items here. Maybe I demonstrate it here. You can see. Yeah, we just come here. We just try this again here. You can see at this condition, we have all the items that only have the lead protocol condition here. We can choose to insert section. That means only the user has two conditions at the same time, they can show up on this list. Let me back again. So this will be shown here. So this can be control who you want to chat with on this platform. And another key point we demonstrated before, the logic here is that we have the block system, but we upgrade it to a club. Let me show it here. We're trying to build a club for every user here. You can see here. So any user here in our platform can create a new club. Okay. So users can upload image here. Choose the category logo. It's more like a club's logo. And some title or introduction, and then we have the basic price. That means how many money or ETH the audience need to pay for follow or subscribe to this category, or later to create the content. Also, you have an invite commission field that can help the club owner to promote other users and audience to invite more friends to join this club. You can submit it, and you will be. So it's uploading a free image to IPF, and you will be generate a CID for this information. We combine all this information into a JSON and then submit to the IPFS. And then we save the CID, come back from IPFS server and onto the contact. So you can see here we have create token interaction here. Just wait for 1 minute, 1 second. It should be done very quickly. Okay, we can. For the time, you can check out later. And one user can click on the club, so we access to the club 2, and we have the logo, title, introduction, and the admin can have the admin item button. For this club, this account isn't the admin, so we don't have the admin button. And here, admin can add items. The item will be encrypted. Let's try it. So the title is public, the intro is public, but we have a field that make sure that only the club member have at least 10 tokens can access the content. So here, and then the content will be encrypted. It will be create a new content on the IPFS, but the content is encrypted for upload, and the CID will be stored on the blockchain. Let's wait for 1 second. Okay, we also can see the previous action. We create a new club, finished. It's asleep. Okay. So we create a new one here, and you can see the new item at the button, and only the user that have 10 items will be equipped automatically. Okay, it's equipped, but we can check out that my club token only 13, so you can see if we click on 14, this item requires user audience to have 14 tokens for this club. So while audience access this, you cannot equip it. You can see will be says the access condition check fire. We can, and the audience can mean one more or two, whatever items you want. You just try one. after we make one, and then later we can see the decrypted content automatically. Wait, it's done. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's done, and we can see we have 14 tokens now, and we can click on this. Refresh again. Okay, the content is quick. So for this, we can like create like a secret club that only the member have the limited token number can access the content, and this is more like a payment for this club owner. And also we have also link the chat button here, and we link to our chat system, and we can demonstrate the chat. There will be some back content here. For this platform, we build with the technology is built by the on the front end deploy on Virtual, and we have a lot of usage on RTFS. Also, we have the integrated Cyber Connect API, and we from the front end part we have a lot of technology like Highway CS3 and PWA or some other front end related technology. This is all for D block. Maybe change the name to D club to N. Okay, that's all of this my demo for this project.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much, Bruce, for the introduction. I think I make it wrong. I thought you are introduced the D block first and then NftTop best. Yeah, but it seems like this is the NftTop.Best first. But anyways, thank you very much for the sharing. One question from me is that you have covered very detailed instruction about the NftTop.Best project. It covered. You also mentioned about the creator and audience size, and also like the structure, how it works. But I would like to know more about like the higher vision. Like, what is the purpose for you to create this project?
Okay. By the way, actually, I just in this demo, I just demo the B block, not the NftTop.Best. Actually,
Okay.
NftTop.Best is another project. I don't demo it yet.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I know.
Okay. And the higher vision of this, that I believe that in the Web3 world, we can move all the Web2 product into Web3 world, and all the Web3. I don't believe it is like tokens, like build new token and sell them token. I believe that we should build some product that can make the real user to be used in this product, and they can create something that another person like audience can pay money for the creators, not just pay for the token. That's why I want. So I create some logic to creator can helping the creator to create new content in the Web3 world, and then they can have the payment logic inside, and yeah, that's what I want.
Got it.
For my project, yeah.
Got it. And another question is that I've known that there are a couple projects that are building similar things like you do, like for the creator economics and also sort of NFT club style project. So like, what do you think the difference between NFT.Best and others?
Yeah, the difference is that we create a content is encrypted before before we publish to the blockchain. In the blockchain world, is all the data is public, but we have used some new technology like we can encrypt it before upload. So I don't see other cloud have this feature that only the member has the condition, the minimum condition can unlock the content on the IPFS, because IPFS is public, but the content we do here is encrypted before upload to the IPFS. That's the biggest difference from other DAO or creator economic tools, I think.
Got it. Is the content on chain or?
Yeah, it's on chain, but the detailed content is not on chain. It's package the content. Maybe I show you a code. Clear? One moment. It's more like we package the content before public to the IPFS, and the IPFS will be return CID for any content you publish to its chain. So we can see here, create item, and we can see before the content is packaged onto the IPFS, we encrypt the content first, and then it will be returned by the encrypted string, and we package the full JSON store on the IPFS. So anyone get a content ID, they cannot decrypt it before, unless they have meet the condition.
Got it.
This is the
Got it.
So here we say the usage will be much more because we can encrypt anything like the string content or a music item, music file, or a big movie file like 2 GB or 3 GB, whatever we want, because anything we can put it on the IPFS before after encrypt.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I have no more questions for this project, and feel free to start for the deep log.
No, actually, I start the second project is not deep log, it's NftTop.Best. Okay. What I demonstrate before is the deep log. Okay. So this is the deep log. We will demonstrate the NftTop.Best now. Because I created a DAO and the Web3 Hackathon DAO that I trying to build a lot of product for the Web3 world. So later I think about that maybe I need to build a platform that more like a product hunt in Web3 world. I believe that many users know the product hunt website in the Web3 world. We can start many new products from this platform, and other user audience can see them. So I try to build a Web3 version of the product hunt, and I just demonstrate the function here. So first, the user can see a list of a product here, and we can click on here, and all the data come from the IPFS on the chain. For the list, it's querying from the blockchain, but the details is querying a data from the IPFS. So you can see all the common data, all the avatar or users. They are not come from the Web2 world. It's come from Web3. It's the data on the IPFS, and the user can load up or comment with any project. So user need to pay some money if you want to vote like a lot of items for this. Okay, end of the day will be packaged and submit to the chain. it's more like you mean also our platform is built by the ERC 1155 too, and every user make a roll up or comment. They have the number here is more like you mean a token for this project. This is the project list, and refresh it, and you can see the image loading some comes back here. Internet for my son. Okay. Okay, the image comes out, and we can click on here to go to the details. And details will have the title or something. So the project owner can demonstrate the content here, and also here we can move up here our content. And another feature here is that we have the creator can submit project here. They can include a lot of data here, the content. You can click on next. You can pick up some collection. All the data will be pegged and make more link whatever you want. And also upload some image to some. We have also build a lot of full feature function for the project owner can some image. We can shorten here. Next, and for the last, we can submit the dates onto the chain. The platform will be pack all the metadata and submit them to RTFS, and RTFS will return the content ID for this item, and then we install the date onto the blockchain. Okay, so see. The blockchain has some delays, so we have to wait like some minutes, but we don't care about this. We also have the out for this now. But because this is the MVP for our idea, so the homepage or landing page just not fully ready yet. It's just a list. We can later build more block to demonstrate to make it look fancy. Also, we have some function for the user. Like user can like upload their avatar and upload the title, and the date is stored on the blockchain too for every wallet address. Save the trigger the blockchain action. We will upload the profile action. Because I will write a method for in this contact. Just wait. It's taking the date to orientation and then store it to others too, and then update the CID for this user's profile on our contact. So okay, so this is all the feature. Okay, I guess the blockchain has some. My network is not fast enough. So that's all the feature for this NftTop.Best. The idea is meant for the Web3 world of the product hunt. That's all of it.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you very much, Bruce. Yeah, I think I'm pretty familiar with the product hunts. So if you are trying to build a Web3 version of the product hunts, it's pretty cool. I don't see any similar products before. I've seen a couple like the Definity version of the product hunts, but they only focus on the Definity ecosystems. So if you are trying to build a Omni chain version of the product hunts, it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to just wondering, like, can you introduce a bit more about your team? Like, are you a solo developer or you have a team?
Okay. Actually, I just by the way, maybe I want to mention that the NTB has other feature, more like it can be like a funding or crowdfunding platform because every voting require you to pay money. You can like voting for a lot of code items actually. So this differences from the product hunt or other voting or something. Yeah, that's what I want to mention more for this. For my team, actually, I just get an interview some days ago from via Singapore event. But I can make a short description that my team is I like full stack Web3 hacker. Like I have the full stack skill to great blockchain, and I quit my job like 3 months ago, and after that I build a lot of ideas like more than 5 or almost 10 ideas for different action and win almost 10 check of the action prize. Some of the prize is big like number one or number two whatever. And for the future of this, I want to say I want to build like a Web3 version of the big ByteDance that I can get more hackers to join my team to build a useful product for the Web3. Not build a new token for the Web3. That's what I want. Okay.
Got it. And and you mentioned that you quit your previous job 3 months ago. Like, what did you do before?
Before I working in a more like a Web2 company, but I doing some kind of researching or P2P technology researching, but nothing to do with the web, Ethereum or something.
Got it. Yeah, it's okay. I'm just trying to understand a bit more. Yeah, thank you very much for your.
Yeah. Okay.
Please go. Please finish your.
If we still have some time, then maybe I can show my the keynotes I built some days ago. If we have time, if don't, we can.
Yeah, we'll have time. Yeah, but
okay.
don't
Well,
make it too long. Yeah, don't
okay,
make it too long.
Okay, wait, it will be fast. A moment, I running a slide for this. So this is the keynote I just showed here. I am full stack builder and we want to build something or maybe not much, but anyway, just anyone want to join our Web3 Hackathon, like can scan a QR code to join me. Okay, so thanks. That's all. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, thank you very much, Bruce. I think that's pretty much everything for today's project demo sessions. Thanks for the two teams and presenters for joining us today and contributing your time and efforts for the sessions. You guys all did a great job. These sessions have been super helpful for us to understand better about your project visions and plans in the future. So audience, if you have any questions or if you want to try the products that teams introduced today, please feel free to do those. And for all the developers, if you are listening to this project demo sessions and if you want to build on top of the Solana for your own projects, please feel free to participate in the hackathons right now. There are still a couple days left, and it's totally free to join the hackathons. Yeah, and thank you very much for joining us today again. Hope you guys can all keep building And yeah, hope you guys can all doing great in the future. Yeah, thank you guys very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, bye bye.
Yeah.